Good morning, dear children. Today we will study properties of square numbers. In the previous lecture, we have studied what is a square and square root, and we have done prime factorization method of square root. Today in this lecture, we will study properties of square numbers. So here what you can see, here one table is given, and what you can see is natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on numbers are given. Here what you can see, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9, 4 is 16. Like all you can see here, 11, 121, 21, 441, like this you can see. So by this table you can say that a square number, these all square number always end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 at unit place. You can see here every number is ending with 0, 4, 5, 6, 9 or 5. So property 1 says that square number always end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 at its unit place. From the table you can see also all the square numbers, its unit place is either 0 or 1 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 9. So always remember this, a square number always end up with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Now next property of square number, property 2 says that the number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even. The number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even. Now see here. Here you can see this is a perfect square 100. Here you can see that there are 2 zeros. Again 400. Here again 2 zeros. Here also 2 zeros. Here you can see 4 0. Here also 4. So all the numbers you can see it is even. So property 2 says that the number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even. A number ending in an odd number of 0 is never a perfect square. So a number of zeros at the end of a perfect square is always even, but a number ending in an odd number of zeros is never a perfect square. Now next property says that square of even natural number is always even. Square of an odd natural number is always odd. Even number square is always even. Odd number square is always odd. Example also, 7 is an odd number. Here you can see when you will do the square of that, answer will come 49. That is also a odd number. So property 3 says that square of even number are always even numbers and square of odd numbers are always odd. Now property 4. According to property 4, it says that if a number has 1 or 9 at its units place, then the square will always end with 1 at its unit place. If a number has, here you can see also, if a number end with 1 or 9, here you can see 1 or 9, here 1 9 1 9. So when you will do the square of such, the unit place of all the numbers, it is ending with 1. So property 4 says that if a number has 1 or 9 at its unit place, then its square will always end with 1. Now next, property 5, a square number end in 6. A square number end in 6, then the number whose square it will always have 4 or 6 at its unit place. See here, number is 4. Here 4 or 6. Then the square will always end with 6. If the number is having 4 or 6 at its unit place, then the square will always end with 6. Opposite it is given here. If a number ends with 4 or 6 at its unit place, then the square will always end with 6. Now there are some interesting patterns of square root of square numbers. You can say that first interesting pattern is adding triangular numbers. Adding triangular numbers. Here you can see that there is first one 1. Now again what we can say, we have made triangle. First we have taken 1 number and then 2 number. So 1 plus 2, that has come 3. Now again we have made 3. 1, then 2 and then 3. Start increasing. So 1 line will increase. First of all 1 dot we have put. Then to make a triangle again we have increased 2 dots. And then again we have to make a bigger triangle. Again we have made 3 dots, like this, so on. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3, that has come 6. Next one. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what has come? 15. Now here what you can see is, if you add this first and third triangle together, and then if you add this, now here what you can see, first you have added these 2 triangles together. Next what you have added, then you have added these 2 triangles together, then you have added these 2 triangles together, and so on. First these 2, then these 2, and then these 2. Now what you will get here, see here. Now when you have added first triangle, this first one and the second one, so first triangle consists of 1 and then 3, that is 4. And the answer has come 2 ka square means 4. Now here what you have again, now this one was 3 dots triangle and then the 6 dot. The sum of 2, so therefore you can say that the sum of 2 consecutive triangle numbers give always a square numbers. 2 consecutive triangle, here what you can see, these 2, they are 2 consecutive triangle. They both are consecutive triangle. They will always give a square number. Now here 1 plus 3, that is 4. Here when you will add these 2, 3 plus 6, that will come 9. Okay. Then here what you can see, 6 plus 10, that will come 16. So next what you can say, 10 plus 15, that will come 25. So these all are what? Square numbers. Therefore what you can say? You can say that the sum of 2 consecutive triangular numbers give us a square number. Now next interesting pattern is numbers between consecutive square numbers. Now here what you can see is, here you can see that 1 is a square number, and then here you can see 1 is a square number and 4 is a square number. Okay, so 1 you can write as 1 ka square, it will come 1. Here 4, it is a square of 2. You have to find that how many consecutive number lie between two square numbers. So here two non-square number lie between these square numbers. Two non-square number lies between these square numbers. Okay, now how you can find it? There is one formula also, we will see it. Now here also what you can see, that this is a square number, and after that which square number will come? 9. So here also you can see that there are 4 square number. Now how we will find it out? Here what I have explained, here you can see that 1 and 2, there are 2 non-square numbers. So what you can say, we have 2 consecutive number, that is n. That is here what you can see, if 1 ka square and 2 ka square, 2 numbers are there, and you have to find out how many non-square numbers are between these 2 numbers. So what you will do, what you can do is, we can say that there are 2n non-perfect numbers between the square numbers. There are 2n square numbers between the 2 square numbers. Now here we can say that we have 2 consecutive numbers, that is n and n plus 1. So the square of this will be, n ka square will be n square, and iska square, n plus 1 square will be n plus 1 ka whole square. Now if we have to find out the square number between 1 ka square and 2 ka square, so what we can write here, the value of n will be 1. The value of n will be 1. So by the formula, n numbers means 2 into 1 we will do, because n value we have got 1, so answer will be 2. So numbers between 1 square and 2 square, how many numbers will be there? 2 numbers will be there. Now next one is, here you can see that 3 square is equal to 9. 3 square is equal to 9, which you can say 4 plus 5. Sum of consecutive natural number means 9 will, you can write 4 plus 5. Now how you can write 4 plus 5? Again some more example are there. 3 ka square, 9, it can be written 4 plus 5. 5 ka square 25, it can be written 12 plus 13. 7 square, it is 49, means 24 plus 25. Square of any odd number is the sum of 2 consecutive positive integers. Now how you have got? You have to find out 3 ka square means that is 9, and you have to find out it is a sum of which natural number. So how you can find? There is one formula, that is n square minus 1 upon 2 first number, and n square plus 1 upon 2. N is 3 here, you can say n is 3 here. When you will put 3 square minus 1 upon 2, first number will come. 3 square plus 1 upon 2, greater than 1 as the sum of two consecutive natural numbers. Now next one is, we have to find square of number with unit digit 5. We have to find a square of number whose unit digit is 5. First, what you have to do? First, you have to multiply tens digit with its next number. You have to multiply its tens digit with its next number. For example, if tens digit is 2, you have to multiply it with its next number, that is 3, means 2 into 3. Then find square of unit digit, that is square of 5. We all know that we are taking out square of that type of number which is having 5 at its unit place. So always there will be 5 and answer will come 25. Clear? Answer will come 25. Write answer of step 1 and 2 together or side by side. Now here we can see one example. We have to find a square of 35 whose unit digit you can see here, it is 5. Now what we have to do? Multiply tens digit with its next number. With its next number 3 and its next number 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, that will come 4. So 3 into 4, that is 12. Now what next step was that? Find the square of unit digit, that is square of 5. So square of 5, that will come 25. Now next what we have to do? You have to write both. First it was come and then 25. So 12 and 25 together, the square, therefore we can say the square of 35 will be 1225. We can directly put in the formula also. A plus 1 hundreds plus 25 means 3 plus 1 hundreds plus 25. That will come 3 into 4 hundreds plus 25, 1200 plus 25. 1225 will be the answer. Answer will come same. Now next one is the formula for Pythagorean triplets. Pythagorean triplets. Now if A, B are two sides of a triangle and C is the hypotenuse, it is applied for the right angle triangle. So then A, B, C can be found out using the formula. A will be equal to m square minus 1. If A and B, these are two sides and C is the hypotenuse. Now A will be equal to m square minus 1, B will be equal to 2m and C will be equal to m square plus 1. Now there is one example. Write a Pythagorean triplet with whose one number is 18. One number, we know all the three number for all the three side. First side is m square minus 1, second is 2m and third is m square plus 1. Now one number is given, so we have assumed that first 2m is equal to 8. So from there we have taken out value of m, that will come 4. Sorry, 2m is equal to 18. So value of m will come 9. Value of m will come 9. Pythagorean triplets are 18, because one number is already given, 18, 80 and 82. This was all about the properties and some interesting pattern of square number. Thank you. In the next lecture, we will do exercise 3.2.